I'm sure many of you heard the phrases great faces, great places, or maybe even remember the Alamo. Mount Rushmore and the Alamo are two of the most iconic landmarks in American history. Carved into the granite cliffs of South Dakota's Black Hills features the faces of the four U.S. presidents, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. These four icons symbolize the nation's birth, growth, and development, and preservation. The Alamo, which is located in San Antonio, Texas, stands as a powerful reminder of courage and sacrifice during the Texas Revolution, where a small group of defenders fought bravely against overwhelming odds in 1836. Together, these sites reflect the spirit, resilience, and legacy that have shaped the United States. The idea of Mount Rushmore began in the 1920s. There was a historian in South Dakota whose name was Doane Robinson. Robinson was thinking about ideas for a monument that would draw tourists to South Dakota. Robinson originally envisioned a sculpture memorializing figures of the American West, such as Lewis and Clark or Oglala Lakota leader Red Cloud. But the sculpture chosen for the project, Gutson Borglum, settled on a concept to pay tribute to four former commanders-in-chief. Jeannie Smith, a U.S. history professor from Texas Christian University, said he picked four presidents he thought that represented major accomplishments in history. Working on a massive monument was difficult, taking as long as 14 years. This project skimmed through the Great Depression and the beginning of World War II. Originally, the sculpture wanted to do the waist down, but scrapped the idea because there was a lot of time being wasted. Ultimately, it was finished in 1941. You would think it ends there, but no. There is an entirely different area, a few miles away, and it's an amusement park. The amusement park is called Rush Mountain Adventure Park. I was lucky enough to be there, and they have quite a bit of exciting things. They have so much fun things to do, such as Rushmore Mountain Coaster, which is a roller coaster you can control, so you can choose to go 80 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour. It has Soaring Eagle Zip Ride, which is about 1 mile long, and it goes about 100 miles an hour. They have Gemstone Mining VR Coaster and a 1 hour long tour of the underground Rushmore Cave. If you and your family want to go have a lot of fun, it's definitely worth going to. Unlike Mount Rushmore, the Alamo was originally built in the 1700s as a Spanish mission called Mission San Antonio del Valero. It later became a military fort and played a key role in the Texas Revolution. The Alamo is most famous for the Battle of the Alamo in 1836, when a small group of Texan defenders, including figures like James Bowie, William B. Travis, and David Crockett, fought against a much larger Mexican army led by General Santa Anna. Although Texans were defeated, their bravery inspired others to continue fighting for independence. People say, remember the Alamo, to honor the bravery and sacrifice of the Texans who fought and died for the Battle of the Alamo in 1836. The phrase became an inspirational cry for the Texan Army, motivating them to win later battles, especially the Battle of San Juancito, where they later defeated the General Army of Santa Anna and secured Texas's independence. The Alamo stands as a symbol of courage and sacrifice. It attracts millions of visitors every year who come and learn about the history and its legacy. Today, The saying reminds people of standing strong for freedom even against overwhelming odds. The Alamo and Mount Rushmore are both important landmarks that show Americans' history. The Alamo reminds us of bravery and the fight for freedom, while Mount Rushmore honors great leaders who helped us build the country. Both places help us remember the people and events that shaped the United States.